Good night and welcome back to Warner Park for the second game for this evening between the home team Ghana Spurs and St. Peter's. These two teams had a real good matchup there in the final six of the last season, and they're back again to redeem themselves. I believe that the Ghana Spurs will have other ideas coming in. Change of heart, looking for some sort of revenge, while St. Peter's will be trying to hold it and repeat what they did in that game. I have with me Loshon. Loshon, what's your impression so far?
Yeah, well, both teams, they'll be looking to be in the mix for the Super Sixes come this season. So I'm getting off to a good start, and we've been discussing all weekend that how based on how last season finished with teams struggling to get points to get into Super Six, every point matters, starting from day one. So getting off to a good start will be all important for all 12 teams in the league.
We're here to bring it to you live and lively from Warner Park. It's all virtual here, but we'll be giving you the team lineups in just a while.
Yes, for the home team, HG Ghana Spurs, we have Brendan Tuckett in goal, Ahmad Nichols, number 5, number 23, Miguel Crawford, number 17, Valman Jeffers, number 30, Dan J. Morris, number 33, Kai Kabi, number 7, Steve Archibald, number 26, Tyrone Hanley, number 24, Tishan Hanley, number 10, Dajal Kelly, number 20, Giovanni Lake. For St. Peter's, we have number 7, Simmons, Govaya, Tyrrell, Nurse, Stevens, Philip, Foy, Harris, Gordon, Lyndon, David, and Devani Nisbet in goal.
We have had a kickoff to the Ghana Spurs. We sit now trying to build very early. Nice easy touches on the left side, trying to go forward with the number 7. A bit of a tussle for it. The ball goes across the western touchline off the boot of Archibald. Steve Archibald there trying to make a move up on that left side. So with the Ghana Spurs, we have back Tiran and Tishan Hanley, both brothers. Coming back to the Ghana Spurs, this one lead all the way back to Tuckett in goal for the Ghana Spurs. And on the St. Peter's end, I see Aiden Nurse. He's back from St. Paul's.
Yes, he's back as well. So he's back home ready to deliver for St. Peter's.
Here is Spurs trying to move forward on the far side. Player trying to cut on the inside, beat some two players. This one curled around, and good defensive work being put in there by St. Peter's. Finds Nurse. Nurse with this one going left side, looking for Stevens. He's still with Nurse in the middle of the field, trying to dribble their way forward. And the ball goes across the eastern touchline. It's going to be thrown to the Ghana Spurs. Early days is yet. Both teams are trying to find their feet, so to speak.
Yes, and also back for Spurs, Giovanni Lake. He had a stint in Jamaica. I know he's back. He looks like he's operating the centre forward position for HG Ghana Spurs.
Well, let us see what success these players can bring to the team. In the middle of the field, Ghana Spurs with it, trying to build on the far side. The ball eludes Kelly, Dajal Kelly, and goes across the eastern touchline. It's going to be a throw-in to St. Peter's. That one not well taken, and just going across the eastern touchline. Players back. Let's hope that they can all make a difference for their teams.
Yes, key to them being back is them clicking and finding chemistry and putting it together on the field of play.
Here is Spurs trying to build on the right side of the field. Good easy touches. The ball being played in the middle of the center circle, goes all the way over. Looking for the number 5 in Nickel. Nichols tries to push that one forward. The ball being cut out there by the number 77 in Govaya. Tussle for it inside of the area. Nurse will get it. The referee just asking for things to settle down. The officials, we have Nicholas Rouse in the middle, Ike Innes, and Tyra Wilkinson as the assistant official, the fourth official, Judel Matthew. Number 13 in David picks that one up. He hits that one down the right side. He goes all the way back to the custodian in Tuckett. Move it around inside of the penalty area. Looking for some space. Rolls it out now. Gone Hot Spurs trying to come forward, looking for the man Tishan. The ball just goes past him. And there was the number 5 trying to curl that one around Nicholas, not really getting it on target, and easily taken there by Nisbet of St. Peter's. Here we have Simmons. Simmons finding Gavaya. Gavaya on this right side, finding a bit of space, not being able to control that one. The ball rolls free and goes all the way across the goal line.
Yes, a promising play there by St. Peter's. Simmons with a nice little layoff, a nice traditional centre forward layoff to the right winger, but he couldn't keep the ball in control and eventually petered out for a goal kick to Echigan Hotspurs.
Here's Spurs once more in their own defensive half. Goes all the way across, looking for the number 30. Morris. Ball is back to Morris. Morris looking for some support now. Finds Nichols on the left side. Morris still with it. Is that the son of Bumpy Morris?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Probably can carry out an investigation. Valmont Jeffers picks it up, turns it back, finds Morris. Morris dribbles forward. Young defender. Finds Tishan. Tishan swivels and turns on the left side of the field, looking for some space, trying to chip that one between Tirat. Tishan still going forward, beats one player. And just nipping the heel there was the number 19, putting him down. That's Philip. Coming out of a defensive posture, realizing that Tishan was edging ever so close to the penalty area. Yes, Nicol gets that one across and a bit too straight on that occasion, and going all the way over past the eastern upright. No real problems there for the custodian Nisbet in goal.
Yes, Gardner Spurs trying to catch St. Peter's out of sync there, but the cross was lacking any direction and any real purchase. But it will be good news for St. Peter's that that it didn't amount to anything.
St. Peter's in their own half on the left side. He's trying to push up, looking for some movement on the top. This one comes across now, looking for the overlapping player coming through, and this one in top of the box, and what an opportunity there, right into the clutches there of Tuckett. Should have done much better there in Simmons. Picked that one inside the area, almost an easy setter to put it away in the back of the net, right into the clutches of Tuckett.
Yes, he could have gone either side of Tuckett and he would have had a goal, but instead he hit it straight at Tuckett, who didn't even have to move, and he made it look very easy, but it would not have been an easy save regardless.
Here is Tishan trying to track that one down on the left side. He goes across the western touchline. It's going to be a throw into St. Peter's, really missing a sitter there. That one should have been the first and the opening goal for St. Peter's. Just about 6 minutes already told into this game. St. Peter's trying to push forward there with Aiden Nurse, not getting there. Simmons tried to pick that one up just about the center circle. Here's Nurse trying to muscle his way through. The ball being tapped back, all the way back by Archibald to the custodian in goal. Picked up here by Morris. Morris coming forward for Spurs, turns back, look for his captain. Valman, ball goes to the right side, finds Crawford. Crawford is trying to control that one, goes across the eastern touchline. Probably deflecting from an attacking left player. St. Peter's just having really a good break on that left side. Should have converted, but let us hope they do not live to regret that particular miss.
Yes, definitely. It should have been 1-0 to St. Peter's right now, but at the end of the day, you have to finish those chances. Those chances will come back to haunt you, and especially when you're playing against a good side, which is Garden Spurs is. You would want to take every single opportunity that comes your way.
Here's Tishan swiveling and turning, finding his brother on top of the line, Tiran, looking for the return pass, coming up on the left side. The ball, it just deflected across the western touchline by the number 13 for St. Peter's, David. It's Tishan again trying to battle for that one. He goes across the goal line. It's going to be a goal kick to St. Peter's. A bit of a muscle in their shoulder, leaning onto Tishan. And the ball going across the goal line. Here they are. Up the center of the field. Headed down there by Morris. An infringement call. Climbing onto the back of Simmons. Philip looking to take this one for St. Peter's. Very lanky and powerfully looking Philip.
Yes, and Philip is another addition. You know, he had been out of contention for years, and to see him back, football enthusiasts will be happy to see him back playing football, a sport we all know he loves and he's very talented in.
Tackle being put in there by Aiden Nurse. Tussle for it there, looking to get that one forward. This one goes to the far side, looking for Nurse trying to get away from the player. They put him in a tackle at the last moment, and the referee not liking that particular move. It's going to be a dead ball situation to St. Peter's outside of the area on the left side. Let us see what they can make of this one. After some 9 minutes, it's still a 0-0 affair here at Warner Park. In what we are dubbing a grudge match between St. Peter's and HE Gordon Hotspurs.
Yes, a good opportunity here for St. Peter's to get the ball into the box and use the likes of Philip and Nurse, the physical advantage, and Simmons over the defenders of the HE Gordon Hotspurs.
Tyrrell is hanging around there as well as Simmons. Inside of the penalty area, we also have David. This one comes across onto the head of Morris, who heads that one down. The ball being tapped back to David. David looks up and he swings that one into the area. The goalkeeper coming off his marker and using everything he has got, his reach, and reaching up and plucking that one out of the air. Rolls it outside of the penalty area. He finds Morris. Morris is dribbling down. Finds Nichols on the left side. He turns it back. Gets to Morris. Morris looking up, looking for some support. Goes all the way over to Crossford on that right side. Good move, finding a bit of space. Here finds Tiran. Tiran handling now with the pass, trying to spring the player forward on that far side. He's trying to get behind the defense. He's tracking this one down and holding up there just about the goal line. Turns it back, looking for some support. Here is Tajal Kelly going all the way back, outside right, trying to get one across, not getting it on target. Still looking to go forward. Here comes Spurs, beating 1-2 touches, trying to cut on the inside. Ball being blocked there by the defense of St. Peter's. Now they clear up the left side of the field. Simmons finds Nurse speeding his way through the center of the field. Finds Simmons on the left side, takes a left booter, and the goalkeeper gobbles that one up again. Straight to the goalkeeper this time.
Yes, and Simmons, as we all know, is a very dangerous attacker. Last season, we could remember him scoring a hat-trick. I think it was against Kean, or was it really Superstars? I can't remember, but remember it was Kean. It was against Kean, yes. He scored a hat-trick. It was a Saturday night game. St. Peter's came from behind to win that game on the back of a brilliant performance from Simmons.
So they have a history of coming from behind.
Yes.
Well, let us see what will happen here tonight. Here is Morris, turns that one in. He finds Tishan. Tishan beats one, gets that one on the inside, finds his brother Tiran. Tiran able to make that final pass. Here it's a breakaway here by Tyrrell. Tyrrell finds the man Nurse. Nurse goes wide, looking for some movement, and a strong move coming in there from Crawford. An infringement, in fact. And plays down. This is the Sknfa Premier Division. Well, we have 2 players down at this time for St. Peter's. And we want to commend the Sknfa for giving a freebie to the spectators for this weekend, not having to pay at all for the virtual show that they're receiving.
Well, it's an opportunity to whet the appetite of football fans out there. In anticipation of them having to pay, starting from Friday.
Yeah.
And so the virtual football has become about because we all know of the global pandemic and the importance of keeping social distancing and all that. So it's a good initiative from the FA. Having to pay, I think it's what, $5 per match day, per double header. So it's an opportunity for $13.
You've seen top class football.
Yes, 2 football games per night.
Yeah, in St. Kitts
I
Nevis.
think it's a good deal for football fans.
That must be a gift to the fans to be getting such a feat like that, and also a payback for the final 6. You remember we had decent attendance in here.
Yes. And that as well.
And so the fans in Nevis and around the diaspora will be able to view football just for $5 come next weekend. And so you have given off this weekend free, of course. And we're hoping that you're still supporting your team. You have on your colors. You're sitting in the front room. You're cheering. You're jumping. You're clapping. Yeah. And you can give the lads a call when it's all over. It's a nil-nil affair here at Warner Park. Some 4 minutes into the game, and we have not had any goals yet. We had a golden opportunity for St. Peter's to go forward very early in this one. Simmons had a sitter. Should have done much better. Just struck it very close to the custodian in Tuckett for the Ghana Hotspurs. Both teams have been moving from end to end and marshalling their forces pretty well so far.
Yes, as you said, Simmons had the opportunity, the 15 minutes that have been played so far. Spurs, we have yet to see them really challenge the back line of St. Peter's, but it's still early days and we know how dangerous they can be, but St. Peter's having the better of the exchanges as well, in my opinion.
Well, here comes Spurs now to change all of that. This one is up on the right side, looking to go forward. The ball intercepted quite easily by St. Peter's. This one played into the center circle, finds Tyrrell. The ball being taken away. Here comes Spurs now, trying to spring Tishan forward on the left side. Looking to get behind the defense, curls that one across. It's still Tishan with it, coming across the top of the box, trying to get that one around the defense. And again, we have another infringement, is it? Or it's an offside positioning there by the Ghana Hotspurs, looking around the penalty area, probably going a few inches ahead of the defense. Here's Spurs once more. The ball intercepted there by Crawford. Crawford coming forward on that far side. Picked up there by his number 17. He's streaking down on the right side is Tajal Kelly, finding a bit of space, trying to get behind the defense. Turns it back. This one comes across. There's a shot on goal. Not really powerfully struck. Easily defended by the defense. And St. Peter's trying to come away with it there on the left side of the field. Looking for Tyrrell. Tyrrell unable to control that one. Trying to get some support on that far left side. Puts it across the eastern touchline for a throw-in to the Ghana Hotspurs. The score here at Warner Park with some 16 minutes already elapsing is still a nil-nil affair. And the players are still trying to hold their ground and probably needing to slow it down a bit, Lashon.
Yes, it must be difficult for some of these players coming into Warner Park, especially for the first time, and not hearing the fans, not feeling anything coming from the stadium, as Kelly is brought down by, that looks like Govaya. Is it Govaya for Stevens rather for St. Peter's. But as I was saying, there must be an initial shock for the players coming in and not hearing anything coming from the stands, and it will take some adjusting to.
Well, here they are, player getting a card there. It looks as though Deonis Stevens, yes, earning himself a card. And it's going to be Ghana Hotspurs with it from the right side. And I'm certain that people like Bollage will be viewing this one. His two sons are out there again for the Ghana Hotspurs, and he's smiling away. This one comes across, and the goalkeeper having to come off his line, that's Nisbet. Devon in Nisbet, and picks that one up for St. Peter's. He rolls it out very quickly, looking for some movement down that right side. The ball being taken away by Taja. Here comes Ghana Hotspurs. This one played long, trying to catch Devon off his line. But he was the measure of it and was able to latch on to that one quite easily.
Yes, the breeze is not as strong as it was last evening, where he probably would have got caught in the breeze and swerve and would have given this bit some trouble, but he had it covered all the way. His shot wasn't the best either, but ambitious there from Ghana Hotspurs.
Someone playing inside, looking for Deonis Stephen. Long up on that left side, looking for some speed there from the man Simmons. Not being able to latch on to that one. Good coverage there by the defense of the Ghana Hotspurs. And it will be a dead ball situation outside of the penalty area. A bit of a pushing there by Simmons, trying to assert himself. Kept off very well there by Morris. This one played up the right side of the field. Tajal trying to get away. Still Tajal gets away from the midfielder quite easily. He's speeding down on that right side, looking to give himself some space. And still has it under control. Tries to get that one across. The ball being blocked. And St. Peter's comes away with it. Philip turns it to the left side of the field. Trying to go up that left side. St. Peter's in control in their own defensive half. Here is Nurse. Nurse turns it forward. He's looking for Simmons. Simmons back to Nurse. Nurse is looking for, is it Stevens trying to streak up on that left side? Inside we have Tyrrell. That one comes across and the goalkeeper coming off his line once more and latching on to that one. He has had a fairly decent amount of work in this, the first half so far.
Yes, and he's a top goalkeeper. Last season during the Super 6, I could recall him winning a man of the match in I think it was the first game that they played. He was man of the match, and I remember him being he was injured. I think he was injured and was replaced by Jones, Adolphus Jones. So I wonder if Tuckett now will take over the reins full time, because I'm not seeing Jones anywhere on the team sheet, so I wonder if the position is his for now.
Here is Spurs trying to get through the center, shot a ball and into the back of the net. Spurs has scored here in just about the 20th minute of this game. That one bubbled off the goalkeeper's down, and the player came across and he hammered it into the back of the net. Left footer Tishan. Oh my word. Well, it has been Tishan. What a comeback. Coming back to the Ghana Hotspurs. He has given them the first goal.
Yes, a comeback of heroic proportions. Getting your first game back and getting a goal. You are to be proud of that for your hometown club.
Well, the Spurs team celebrating that one. 1-0 in their favor. In just about the 20th minute, it was Tishan who picked up a loose ball inside of the penalty area and drilled it with the left boot. And that one rushed into the back of the net like a bullet from a gun. Here comes Tishan once more on the left side of the field. He's trying to go forward, picks that one up, tries to get around the defender in Gordon, gets that one square into the box, and St. Peter's having to defend once more. Ball picked up by Nurse. Nurse turns it inside looking for Tyrrell. Tyrrell finds the man Philip down the field, making an errant pass. Nurse wins it back. He finds Tyrrell. Tyrrell finds the man in Philip. Philip goes to the left side. He's looking for Deontay Stevens. Stevens is trying to speed into an attacking position. That one intercepted there by Spurs. Good work in midfield. Tajal picks that one up, finds a player breaking free, coming through the center of the field. He's in no man's land. The tackle comes in. He cuts across the center. Another tackle comes in. And the referee says no penalty there. Player being brought down inside of the penalty area. And we see that Spurs really applying the pressure on this St. Peter's team.
Yes, the Spurs performance the last 3-4 minutes brings into context the chance that St. Peter's missed earlier on in the first half with Simmons' shot going straight to Tuckett. But Ghana Spurs take nothing from them. They've been they have stepped up. They put the foot on the gas pedal for the last 4 to 5 minutes.
Here's the number 13, trying to get that one downfield. That's David. David is trying to find some support from Simmons. The ball headed across the western touchline. It's going to be a throw-in. Taken by David. He finds Philip. Philip is trying to go to Tyrrell. No, he goes all the way over to the left side. It's with St. Peter's. An infringement call there on the Gone Hotspurs. Quickly taken by Philip. The referee just asking for it to be taken. Finds Tyrrell. Tyrrell on top of it. Looking for some support. Turns it back. He finds Philip. Philip with it. David running, overlapping well on this day. Right side gets into the penalty area, turns that one back, and this could be an opportunity. The players going in and trying to hammer that one away. Good turn there, good overlapping play by the St. Peter's team, coming down on that right side, and that player David overlapping well, getting into the penalty area, and St. Peter's should have done much better with that cross.
Yes, it was a good build-up, a good overlapping, and a good cross, but no one was home to hammer it towards the goal. But as we see St. Peter's here with a potentially dangerous free kick just outside the 18-yard area, probably about 25, 26 yards from the goal.
Well, inside of the penalty area, we have looking around there. We have Philip. We also see there number 11. It looks as though we have Simmons on top of this one. He takes a powerful right footer into the wall. And ball touched back outside, looking for Nurse. Nurse with it touches it back, looking for some support. Still, we have St. Peter's, a player going down. It looks as though for the Gone Hotspurs, maybe that one catching him right in the midsection.
Yes, he catch him the most sensitive part of the body. It looks like, but he will be getting treatment from the Sknfa provided medic. Looks like Kenny Douglas. So HE Garnett Spurs 1, St. Peter's 0. Goal coming from Tishan Hanlin, his first game back for HE Garnett Spurs. St. Peter's with a golden opportunity to have taken the lead earlier on. So Simmons couldn't put the ball past Tuckett. A good build-up, a good, well-worked play, but his final effort, either side of Tuckett, it would have been 1-0 to St. Peter's, but it went straight into his arms. He didn't even have to move. He seemed shocked even to see that the ball came straight to him from such a brilliant build-up. But play is about to restart.
Bounce ball, and the referee in the middle is going to restart now. Rouse with it. Leaves it for Spurs, boots it into the defense, and to be picked up here by the St. Peter's team, chipping that one over. The goalkeeper Tuckett coming off his marker. This one cleared, but not very far. And now the ball goes across the goal line, coming off the boot of Nurse, and it will be a goal kick to the Gone Hotspurs. Hobson Enterprises, Gone Hotspurs, still being sponsored, a long-serving sponsor there by Hobson Enterprises for the Gone Hotspurs. Probably a team that has made the company very proud.
Probably, a company wouldn't associate themselves with something that's bad. So for them to continue their sponsorship, it means they have been pleased with the product that has been put out.
Well, Giovanni gets that one across, and then big miss here inside of the box. Oh my word. Almost collected there by Tajal, but it was not to be. Blake making a splitting pass. They're getting it into the penalty area. And Tajal trying to get on the end of it. Here is Spurs having to defend this time. Valman Jeffers getting that one across the eastern touchline. It's going to be a throw-in. Another player is down. It looks as though it's a Spurs play, in fact. Score here at Warner Park, 1 to the Gone Hotspurs. And St. Peter's nil still. Just some 28 minutes into this game. Lots of time remaining before halftime.
Yes, lots of time for St. Peter's to get back into this game, and also for even for Spurs to multiply their lead. But the medics, the physios have been put under a lot of strain thus far in the 28 minutes that have been played. At least this is I think the third or fourth time in the last 2 to 3 minutes that the medics were called upon to administer treatment to the players.
Well, Kenny, he's out there right now, looking very closely at the player. We've been on site looking for his number to tell you. It looks as though it's number 23 of the Ghana Hotspurs. That's Crawford, Miguel Crawford of the Ghana Hotspurs. Is the right defender, and receiving some treatment there from the physio at the moment. Ghana Hotspurs leading by 1-0. That goal been scored in the 20th minute from the left boot of Tishan Hanley, who has returned to the Ghana Hotspurs. He was overseas for some time playing professional soccer. And here comes St. Peter's now. Nurse with it, turns it back. He finds Philip. Philip is looking for some movement on the far left side. Gets it right about now. That one chipped over into the area. Spurs having to defend. The goalkeeper coming off his mark had been put into a little trouble there and a little tangle there by his defender. Have to be extremely careful. Nichols, it was. This one cleared by the goalkeeper across the western touchline, just about the center line, and it will be taken by David. David Av, number 13. Lyndon David with it, takes the throw in. He's looking for Simmons. Simmons tries to control that one. Goes back into defense, picked up there by Morris. Morris gives it away. Picked off there by Nurse. Nurse tries to go across square. Still Nurse. And that one bounced from a defender. Here is Philip once more, being bungled off the ball there by Tishan. Tishan speeding up that left side, trying to get away from the defense. Not been successful on this occasion. It will be a throw-in to the St. Peter's team. And I'm sure that Coach Nitz must be thinking that you have to get a goal and at least tie this one up before we get into halftime.
Yes, that would be the intention, but we all know it's football and it's not that easy. Spurs we will try their utmost best to keep St. Peter's out of their area.
Goalkeeper coming off his line and picking that one up for the Ghana Hotspurs. That stuck it. Looks easily for Crawford. No, he elects to throw that one out to Kelly. Kelly, that one easily intercepted there by St. Peter's. Cutting across the center, shot on goal. That one goes wide, very wide of the mark. No real problems and difficulty there for Tuckett. Looking at that one sailing wide and going across the goal line. Goal kick to the Ghana Hotspurs. The score here remains 1-0 in favor of Ghana Hotspurs.
Yes, being a goal up, Spurs and Tuckett in goal for Spurs, we would be happy to take those shots all evening.
Here's Philip once more for St. Peter's. Find David. David touches it back. He finds Kirtland. Kirtland once was a striker, right?
Yes,
now he's playing defense.
Center back.
Amazing move here by St. Peter's. Kirtland now turning into a defender after being a striker. Yes, number one striker.
Center back at that.
Wow. St. Peter's with it. David trying to throw just halfway into the defensive half. This one booted upfield onto the head of the number 7. Takes it down. Here is Tishan trying to cut all the way through. Ball breaks, finds Lake. Lake is not being able to control that one. The ball touchback finds Kirtland. Harris takes it on his left boot. Try to swivel that one around, looking there for the man Stevens. Not being able to get there. And the ball goes across the eastern touchline, halfway in the defensive half of the Ghana Hotspurs. And they pick that one off. Here comes Kelly, chipping that one forward. He's looking for Tishan. A bit too stiff on this occasion. And the goalkeeper in Nisbet, Giovanni Nisbet, comes off his mark and takes that one for St. Peter's. This one booted down the center of the field. Picked out there by Nurse. Nurse touches it back. Finds Kirkland. Kirkland tries to go up the center of the field. The ball is shifted to the left side. It's all St. Peter's now trying to box things around. Comes in, finds Tyrrell. The ball being taken away by Spurs in the center of the field. Here they're coming forward. Finds Tishan. Tishan, a little of a bungle there. The ball being taken away there by Tyrrell. Have to be extremely careful.
Yeah, late challenge there on Tishan. Tishan screaming out after that challenge, but the referee obliges. Although the whistle itself too was late, but he eventually obliged and awarded HE Garnet Spurs with the free kick.
Spurs with it, passes that one off, finds Morris. Morris tries to split the defense. This one booted up the right side of the field. Probably is going to drop right back in play. Here comes the man in Tyrrell. That one headed down there by Morris across the western touchline. Taken very quickly. Finds Simmons. Simmons finds Nurse. Nurse looks up. He tries to go square. Intercepted there by Tajal. Tajal takes on one player. Goes all the way across. Finds Archibald. He's still Tajal. Splits the defense now. Looking for the man Tishan. Tishan unable to latch onto that one. Probably a bit too stiff there. Too much weight on that particular pass, and it going across the western touchline. Here's St. Peter's very deep in their half.
Yes, and there seems to be a change in shape for St. Peter's, a change in personnel within the shape, with Simmons now coming out to the right hand side and Slater operating in the striker position, in centre forward position, after coming on for Sknfa.
Number 11, Slater. Gavaya been taken out. Probably due to an injury.
Seems to be.
Well, the Spurs on the attack now, in the attacking half. Gets that one down the right side. Here is some movement. Tishan turns it back. He finds Nichols. Nichols swings that one into the penalty area, looking for some movement. The ball drops there inside of the area. This could be very dangerous. He's trying to swivel and turn, trying to get away from the defense. And the ball finally having to be cleared across the eastern touchline. It's going to be a throw-in to the Ghana Hotspurs.
Yes, a shaky defensive possession there from St. Peter's, sorry, but they were eventually able to get it into touch and be able to reset the defensive line.
But here's Archibald chipping that one over, looking for some movement inside of the area. A bit too strong on this occasion, and the goalkeeper in Nisbet coming off his mark for St. Peter's. The score still remains here at Warner Park. 1-0 affair to the Ghana Hotspurs. That goal coming way back in the 28th minute from the boot of Tishan Hanley. This one booted long, and the goalkeeper there tuck it, having no problems at all. 36 minutes into this game. Here is the captain in Valmont Jeffers. Touches that one out. Spurs will have to be very careful. Playing around with the ball in their own defense. Here is Morris. He goes to the left side. He finds Nichols. Nichols back to Morris. Goes all the way back to the custodian in Tuckett. Tuckett looks up. He goes square. He finds Valmont. All the Ghana Hotspurs are playing around in defense. He'll have to try and get it out of there. Looking for Tajal going up on that left side. Not be able to latch on to this one. Here comes St. Peter's. Tyrrell with it, trying to swing that one across. The ball being blocked. Across the goal line there by Crawford. It will be a corner kick. And now you see the pressure now returning to the Ghana Hotspurs after playing around with it in their own defense. Now really getting forward.
Yes, and that could be a dangerous game in more than one way. One way, not passing the ball without any purpose could be dangerous. But also the outfield not being the best.
Yeah,
work against them.
Is a corner kick, and it's cleared by the Ghana Hotspurs. This one heeled down. Here Spurs trying to come forward, trying to get behind the defensive player, speeding forward, but good defensive work there being put in by David. Coming all the way from the right side. Another tackle being put in there in the center of the field. Ball Picked up by Slater, a diagonal pass. Finds Simmons on the outside right position. He's trying to cut on the inside. Cuts in nicely, leaves it, and the ball intercepted but picked off once more by Simmons of St. Peter's. He comes around. He's trying to line this one up. He's Tyrrell with it. Takes a powerful right booter. And it goes mighty high and wide. No real difficulty there for the custodian. He did not even have to make a save there.
Again, Ghana, I suppose, would take these shots all night. They wouldn't mind having St. Peter shoot from 30, 25 yards all evening. And thus far, their efforts from that range have yet to trouble the Tuckett in goal for Ghana Hotspurs.
Well, Ghana Hotspurs with a throw-in on their left side. And a lot of gesticulating and signaling here on the field of play. Archibald. This one goes all the way back by Morris to the man himself. Tuckett boots that one long downfield. Simmons heads that one over. He finds David. David turns it inside. He finds Philip. Philip back to David. Touches it back. Finds Harris. Harris now goes to the left side. Very swift-footed. Goes wide. He's looking for Stevens. Stevens is trying to turn with it. Been put under some pressure there. Closely marked by two players of the Ghana Hotspurs, Crawford and Dajal. An infringement called. It will be a dead ball situation to St. Peter's. They're trailing by 1-0. Finds the man Nurse again. Referee asking for that kick to be retaken. Having a few words there with Tajal Kelly. I don't know what he saw. He saw something. This one booted long, and the goalkeeper coming off his marker, right in position to collect that one right into his lap, so to speak. No real difficulty there for Tuckett in goal. Rolls it out, finds Valman, he chips it forward, he finds Tajal. Tajal is trying to go forward, beats one player, cuts across the center of the field using a diagonal pass. Finds the man Tishan. Tishan chips it one forward, looking for some movement there from Lake. Lake is trying to go forward, a bit of a stumble. An infringement actually called on Lake. Really sprinting into the area there, trying to get on the end of that one.
Yes, I believe it was an inadvertent foul from Lake. He was rushing into the 18-yard box trying to get on the ball from Hanley. When he ran into the back of the defender, he had no eyes on the defender, but he's down now clutching his leg, and he would require some assistance from the medic Douglas again.
Here comes Douglas with the bag of tricks. We'll try to revive him in an instant. Meanwhile, it's just about 40 minutes into the game. We'll have probably some 5 minutes of extra time, maybe 3 or 4 minutes of extra time added on.
Around 3, yes, at least 3. I am guessing, based on based on the amount of stoppages we've had for injuries thus far.
Taken short there, finds the man Philip. Philip with it for St. Peter's. A long ball down the left side looking for Deonis Stevens. Here comes Slater, heads that one over, look for David. Now they're looking for Steven. Here is Tishon trying to spring the overlapping Nichols, but not getting that one on target. Good touches there been shown by St. Peter's. Goes back, finds Gordon. Gordon goes to the left side. Going forward, we have St. Peter's now trying to sneak into the penalty area. This one cleared well by the Ghana Hotspurs across the eastern touchline. It's going to be a throw-in to St. Peter's, trying to get the equalizer. You can see the urgency here, and not wanting to go into half-time without getting that equalizer. Meanwhile, all of the Spurs players have fallen back in their own defensive half. And trying to defend.
Trying to hold on to the 1-goal advantage, trying to finish the half without
here's Philip trying to muscle his way forward. This one be picked up by the Ghana Hotspurs. A player being clipped, his legs clipped from under him there by Philip. It'll be a dead ball situation to the Ghana Hotspurs outside of their own penalty area. Ghana Hotspurs tonight looking a little more confident with the return of those players, Giovanni Lake and the two Hanley brothers, Tishan and Tiran. Yeah, if Tata was here, probably he would have joined them as well.
Probably.
For the trio.
Yes. Yes, but a frustrating foul from St. Peter's, considering they had Garden Hotspurs under some pressure. To foul in that position would have been frustrating, especially to the scoreboard operator here, who's a big St. Peter's fan.
Here comes Tiran. Tiran Hanley finds his brother Tishan. Tishan back to Tiran. Tiran back to Tishan. And Tishan moving around here. He gets away from the defense. Find Nichols trying to usher the man. Tishan trying to speed up on that left side. The ball being taken there. Good collapsing there on the part of the right defender in David for St. Peter's. And now they come away with it. Here's Harris trying to pick that one up. A strong move being put in there. Player goes down. Here is Tajal. Could be very dangerous trying to find the man on the top of the box, and Harris having to come across and take that one away at the last moment. And now St. Peter's tried to clear that one up on that left side. Midfielder closely marking. Here is Tajal again. Beats one player on the left side, squares it across. He finds Tiran. Tiran is slowing things down. He goes all the way back to Morris in defense. Morris has a man on his left side. It's still Morris. Finds the man Nichols turns it inside. Finds Tishan. Tishan turns it back. Boxing the ball around is the Gone Hotspurs. And now Morris been put into a little tangle here. Stephen racing to the penalty area. Trying to go forward. The ball been taken away quite easily. And now Spurs. The statistician having a fit there. Well, here is Spurs coming forward on the left side of the field, looking for the man Nichols. The tackle goes in there from David and gets this one across the western touchline. It's going to be throwing to the Gone Hotspurs halfway in the defensive half. St. Peter's, the score is still 1-0, 44 minutes into this game.
Yes, another wasteful opportunity there for St. Peter's. Stevens picking up the ball off the number 30 for Spurs, that's Morris, and having a clear run at goal, a direct run and goal, but managing to mess that up.
This one being touched across the goal line there by Gordon, the defense. Probably a slight deflection. We have 2 minutes of extra time. I was expecting it to be an added 2, maybe about 4 minutes or thereabout, but the fourth official signaling that it's 2 minutes of extra time.
Yes, two additional minutes here in the first half, but Ghana Spurs would want to remain strong and ensure that they don't concede in that 2 minutes.
Slater with it, he passes it off, he finds Nurse looking to go forward. Here is the man Stevens walking into a defender, into Nichols in fact, and he has gone down. Let's hope that he'll be okay for the St. Peter's team. They only have 2 minutes of extra time. You want to use that 2 minutes very wisely.
Well, yeah, he's near to the touchline. He may be wise for him to just roll off.
On the side and let the time continue. Yes. I like that. That is good thinking. Trying to get maximum time out of the 2 minutes.
Yes, and especially after having won the free kick for the incident, he would be it would be wise for them to try and take every advantage of the last 2 minutes of this half.
Well, David is standing over this one, still receiving some attention. So my guess is just as soon as they restart, we're going to hear the final whistle. Well, the whistle for halftime, going into halftime. The score is still 1-0 here at Warner Park. That goal came from the boot of Tishan Hanley in the 28th minutes of this game. We are now into some extra time here, and Dionys Stephen receiving a knock there in the face perhaps, and unintentional knock, I would say. Here is Spurs shielding that well. It goes across the goal line. It's going to be a goal kick to the Hobson Enterprises, Gone Hotspurs, enjoying a small lead of 1-0.
Yes, a goal scored by the returning Tishan Hanley, as you mentioned, but a goal scored when they should have been down 1, considering the chance Simmons had earlier in the half to give St. Peter's the lead. They'll be disappointed having not buried that and then finding themselves down 1. having given up one real major opportunity.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the end of the first half with Ghana Hotspurs getting that 28-minute goal from the left boot of Tishan Hanley, who picked up a loose ball inside of the goal area and made no mistake, drilled it into the back of the net. And so when everybody was standing around waiting for a whistle from the referee, Tishan made no mistake of putting it away there for the Hobson Enterprises Ghana Hotspurs. So they're leading by 1-0, but it was a fairly balanced game. St. Peter's played well. They had their opportunities. In fact, they should have had in the 5th or 6th minute, they should have had the opener in tonight's game. It was a sitter there for Simmons to put away on either side of the custodian in Tuckett, but it was not to be. He struck it straight, very straight to Tuckett, who gleefully accepted it in his lap. So the score here at Warner Park is 1-0 as we go into halftime. It's over to Master Control.
Coming up is the Premier League Live halftime show.
The SKN Newsline website now offers you...
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigger business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers. And advertising is free right now. You heard me right. Free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
SKN Newsline website now offers you more news. Log on to www.sknnewsline.com for local, regional, and international news. You can also watch the latest newscast and keep abreast with news in sports, all from sknnewsline.com. That's www.sknnewsline.com. News at your fingertips.
For 2021, Smart Electronics is giving you the best deals you can ever imagine. From January 1st until April 30th, you will get the best deals in the entire federation. Plus, that's not all. Get extra special deals on Valentine's Day on all items store-wide, such as cell phones, 85 inches smart TVs, laptops, washing machines, refrigerators, AC units, small appliances, and much more. Visit us. We're located at Port Zante, opposite the food court, or call us at 466-4271. This promotion is valid until April 30th. Terms and conditions apply.
Caravana on Liverpool Row is your anything you want store in St. Kitts. They have a wide variety of just about everything. Ladies and men's clothing, shoes, children's clothing, toys, housewares of all kinds, small appliances like clothes heaters, microwaves, electric kettles, and more, cosmetics, perfumes, cosmetic jewelry, and much, much more. Their prices are unbeatable, and customer service is second to none. Shop at Caravana on Liverpool Row Bastair. Call 465-1745. At Caravana, find value supplies at great prices.
It's the new and improved SKN Newsline Android mobile app. With the SKN Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SKN Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
Yes, and welcome back to Warner Park. The score here in the second encounter this Sunday evening, HE Garden Hotspurs up 1-0 over St. Peter's FC. I'm joined by Essington Watts, who would give me an analysis of the first half. So, Mr. Watts, what are your thoughts on how the first half pan out in this encounter?
Well, we expected an exciting game because the last time these two teams met, they took us on a roller coaster with Spurs going up one time, then St. Peter's taking over and going up. But this time, not a very entertaining game, not many clear-cut chances. They seem to nullify each other in midfield. So we haven't seen many clear-cut chances, not much entertaining, not much goal-mouth activity. But notably, you have to look at the players who are receiving back. We have Garden Hotspurs, have the Hanley brothers are back, Tishan and Tiran back. The brother is away in professional engagement. But there's the players who started out in Garden Hotspurs, the three Hanley brothers. That is the boat club, Garden Hotspurs. So they're back. And good to see them back. And then you have in the St. Peter's team, we have Aiden Nurse is back, a former national player who played with Sknfa, the defending champion last season, and he's back. And then you also had Philip, who has been out of the game for a long time, Kyron Philip, a youngster who has been out of the game for a long time. Good to see him back, and he's looking good. So these players are on show tonight. Four very good players who now back with their respective team. But as I said, each team seems to nullify each other. But we expect a more entertaining second half. The first goal that was scored, I found that the St. Peter's players stood up appealing for a penalty. And Hanley, being a smart, he's a former professional player, playing his first game since finishing in professional career in United States, playing his first game and scoring in his first game, capitalizing on the opportunity because, as I said, the St. Peter's players stood up appealing for offside, and Hanley was there, put the ball in the back of the net to give Garden Hotspurs 1-0. But I mean, run of play, I would say it was evenly contested.
Yes, you mentioned the goal, but Simmons on the other end for St. Peter's had a golden opportunity, a chance created from Stevens on the left-hand side, but he put the shot straight at the goalkeeper. An inch either side, and he got a goal. What your thoughts and that missed opportunity?
Good, yeah, we have seen it. That's about one clear cut. There were not many, there was some, but there were not many clear cut opportunities. That was a clear chance for St. Peter's to have gotten a goal. Unfortunately for them, that was missed. They're looking good going forward. I said, could be the worst. This is the first game for the season. Maybe they're not getting together as yet, but yes, we're expecting a more entertaining second half because these two teams they have the firepower. So we expect them to give us more entertainment and give the fans at home who are watching this live some more entertainment.
Yes, Spurs is up 1-0. They had the famous collapse in the playoffs. What would you tell them going out in the second half with an hour lead?
Yes, Spurs really, they are known for those major collapses. So they'll be hoping to come out and defend that 1-0 advantage But I say with the addition of those Hanley brothers, I don't know if Tishan will continue in second half. He look a bit tired. But Tyron for sure, Tyron is a cool head, and I'm sure he's going to give some leadership to the team and manage that second half, next 45 minutes, so that Spurs could maintain the one advantage or even extend the advantage.
And what does St. Peter's have to do?
Of course, St. Peter's sure have the firepower to get the equalizer and go ahead. But St. Peter's, as I said, up front, they're lacking a bit of potency. But I'm sure they could recover and really get the equalizer, which they really need. Get the equalizer as early as possible. Put Gordon under some pressure. Say for the first 15 minutes, go for that equalizer, and then put Gordon under some pressure.
And with that, we'll take a break and come back for the second half action here at Warner Park.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigger business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers. And advertising is free right now. You heard me right. Free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
This is the Premier League Live Halftime Show.
The SKN Newsline website now offers you more news. Log on to www.sknnewsline.com for local, regional, and international news. You can also watch the latest newscast and keep abreast with news in sports, all from sknnewsline.com. That's www.sknnewsline.com. News at your fingertips.
For 2021, Smart Electronics is giving you the best deals you can ever imagine. From January 1st until April 30th, you will get the best deals in the entire federation. Plus, that's not all. Get extra special deals on Valentine's Day on all items store-wide, such as cell phones, 85 inches smart TVs, laptops, washing machines, refrigerators, AC units, small appliances, and much more. Visit us. We're located at Port Zante, opposite the food court, or call us at 466-4271. This promotion is valid until April 30th. Terms and conditions apply.
Caravana on Liverpool Row is your anything you want store in St. Kitts. They have a wide variety of just about everything. Ladies and men's clothing, shoes, children's clothing, toys, housewares of all kinds, small appliances like clothes heaters, microwaves, electric kettles, and more, cosmetics, perfumes, cosmetic jewelry, and much, much more. Their prices are unbeatable, and customer service is second to none. Shop at Caravana on Liverpool Row Bastair. Call 465-1745. At Caravana, find value supplies at great prices.
It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch our news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
There. Gets into the box. Harris can score and does! First goal to St. Peter's. Kirkland Harris, the man. Goal to St. Peter's.
Very good goal to fight St. Peter's to get the go-ahead goal. The first goal of the night. But that was poor defending by Garden Hotspurs again, giving the ball away. And the ball was headed to an opponent. And very poor play by Garden Hotspurs to concede the first goal of tonight's proceedings, giving St. Peter's a 1-0 lead. And see, they're not very happy at all with that. But poor defending there by Garden Hotspurs.
Here comes Kelly, whipping it up in the goal! Goal for Spurs, equalizer.
Good night once more, and welcome back to the second half of this very exciting encounter between the home team, Hobson Enterprises Garden Hotspurs, coming up against St. Peter's. The score going into halftime was 1-0 in favor of Garden Hotspurs, enjoying a very small lead, coming back out into the second half, and we're trying to change things up a bit, and St. Peter's will be trying to get an early equalizer perhaps and push themselves forward in this game.
Yes, St. Peter's, it's imperative that they continue, they push, because although they're down in this game, it's not because they haven't created enough. They have created some opportunities, but failed to put them away, and they will have to change that in the second half, in order if they are to mount a comeback. But Garden, I suppose they'd be comfortable. They'd want to finish the game with a clean sheet and hopefully exert revenge on the St. Peter's team.
This one pushed across the western touchline. It's going to be a throw into the Garden Hotspurs to be taken very quickly. Trying to come away with it, trying to swivel and turn, and the ball being taken away quite easily there by St. Peter's, very deep in their own defense. Swatted, not too far downfield. Bit of a jacking up there by Taja.
Yes, quite awkward fall, but it looks worse than it actually is, because he's back on his feet and playing again. But St. Peter's, they are down 1-0 in this encounter. And also to note that during the pre-season, they lost one of their young footballers, Jamani Stevens, following a practice session. So they have dedicated the season to him. So it would be imperative, a season dedicated to one of your former colleagues. You'd want it to get off on the right foot.
Well, let us see if they can come back. They're known as the comeback team, and so tonight might just be no different. Here's Crawford. Crawford for the Garden Hotspurs turns that one inside. He's looking for some movement there from Lake, not really getting it. Intercepted there by Morris. Morris is trying to push on forward. He finds Lake. He gets a rebound, pushes that one forward. The ball intercepted now, picked up there by the man Nurse, buffing it somewhat. Tishan putting that one all the way back to his custodian. in Tuckett. Tuckett rolls it out. He finds Jeffers, the captain. This one played up the center there by Archibald. The ball being taken away there from Tiran. Not something that we are accustomed to. He's very good at shielding the ball. Here's Nurse. Nurse finds Philip. Philip looks for Nurse. He finds him too. Nurse is trying to turn that one inside. David picks that one up. Hits it infield. Finds Tajal. Tajal is trying to move up this right side. Takes on Foy. Foy with him. Foy and Tajal. Tajal gets away from him now. Cuts around the defense. Trying to get into that penalty area. Is Tajal trying to cross that one. Waiting a bit too late. And the defense was able to collapse on him and putting that one across the goal line.
Yes, Dajjal and Foy with a bit of back and forth there. Dajjal eventually coming out. Victor running up on the right-hand flank, and his cross, as he said, coming a bit too late to really create anything of substance.
It's a goal kick to St. Peter's. Nisbet takes it down, right down the left side of the field. This one turned inside, looking for some movement there from Tyrrell. An infringement call. The free kick taken very quickly. Philip picks that one up. He finds Harry. Harris turns it into Nurse. Nurse put it over to David. David is coming down on that right side looking for some movement. He finds Tyrrell. Tyrrell turns it back, finds Nurse. Here comes St. Peter's. Looking good. Coming through the middle of the field. Nurse goes wide, looking for some movement on the far side from Tyrrell. Well, he was looking for Simmons on that occasion. The ball going across the eastern touchline. Here comes St. Peter's trying to get that equalizer. The ball again being played wide. Finds the man in Simmons. Simmons tries to get that one across on the top of the box. St. Peter's trying to put something together here. Again, slight clearance by the Gun Hot Spurs. Have control of it. This one booted in. Two players standing in an offside position. Flagged by the assistant official on the far side.
Yes, there were 3 players there for St. Peter's lazily not coming back after the play had recycled and being found in offside position, after the Spurs backline had taken a few steps forward. But St. Peter's again, they're showing some potential, but yet can't get that one magical opportunity.
Here's Dajjal again trying to force his way forward. An infringement against Kelly of the Corner Hotspurs. It will be a dead ball situation to St. Peter's. Here's Philip. Philip turns it inside. He finds Nurse. Nurse is looking for Tyrrell. Finds him too. Tyrrell gets the return pass. Inside of the center circle, chips that one over, looking for some movement there from Simmons on the far right. Having a bit of space, gets that one across, and another opportunity here for St. Peter's, and Spurs having to defend at the last moment, but the one was extremely close.
Yes, Slater couldn't get a finishing touch on the cross, but here they come again.
Spurs are still under pressure now. They are in the middle of the field trying to move forward. The ball being taken away. A bit of a push in there, trying to spring the man Tajal forward. He and himself and the goalkeeper, he's been bungled off the ball, and that one rolls to the custodian in Nisbet. Again, we see Kelly trying to go all the way in on the goalkeeper. Probably he should have taken a shot from outside.
Yes, I think he took about 3 or 4 touches too many. He should have pulled the trigger quite early. He had Foy beaten for all money, but he gave Foy the opportunity to come back and help infringe his efforts.
Here is Lake pushing that one forward, looking for some support from Tishan. Finds him 2 on the left side of the field. That's Tishan. Rolls it back. He finds his brother Tiran. Tiran to Tishan. Has some support. He goes all the way back. He finds Nichols. Nichols with it for the Corner Hot Spurs, trying to slow things down quite considerably. Finds Morris. Morris turns it inside. He finds Archibald. Archibald finds Tishan on that far side. Spurs trying to build. Here is the overlapping. Archibald gets behind the defense, trying to get that one inside. That one comes across. And good defensive work being put in there by St. Peter's. Trying to come away with it now. Chips the turnover, looking for Nurse. Nurse trying to go forward. A blocking foul there by the Corner Hotspurs. Just about the center line. Taken very quickly. Finds Tyrrell. Tyrrell cuts on the center of the field. Gets away from the mid-marker, asking for the one to come back.
Yes, but Tyrrell had Stevens in acres of space and never looked in his direction over here on the western side of the ground.
Nurse finds David for St. Peter's. He crosses that one inside. Here is St. Peter's once more. Spurs having to defend, being put on some pressure in the last 2 minutes or so here. They're trying to build in the middle of the field, trying to get away from the defenders, the attacking forwards. Tyrrell with it, trying to find Stevens, not getting there. Spurs having to defend. Here is Tajal with it for the corner. Spurs finds Crawford. Crawford back to Tajal. Kelly with it. Looks around, again goes back to Crawford in defense. Ball picked up there by Archibald. Archibald goes wide. He finds Crawford. Crawford turns it inside, looking for Tiran. Goes on the outside, finds the man Tajal. Turns it inside here. Good ball handling on the part of Archibald. He finds Tiran on the outside. All gone to Hotspurs. Now he's trying to chip that one forward. Looks for his brother and the goalkeeper. And standing there in an offside position. What? For a moment, it looked so easy. But if he was going to do that, he might as well bring it back for the offside.
Yes. Yes, if you're not going to take advantage of that opportunity, well, if your finishing is like that, then there's no need for the offside rule. So, but we suppose again when they hold on to the ball for long lengths of time, it often amounts to a significant opportunity being created.
Good at boxing around the ball. Good dainty playing there on the part of Spurs. Has some 4 players around the ball. Looking quite effective. Almost getting that go-ahead goal. They're leading by 1-0. Probably looking for another one to shore it up a little more. But they're playing against St. Peter's, so have been known to come back. And goes across, finds the man Lake. Lake unable to control it. Here's Archibald trying one from way downtown there on the goalkeeper who had it really covered. Comes across the penalty area and picks that one up quite easily. Devoni Nisbet volleys down the center of the field, well to the right. Looking for Simmons. Here is St. Peter's trying to get forward. Philip is heading that one forward. Spurs now trying to build. Lake with it. Beats one play. Still Lake getting the return pass. Again, player on the outside. Holding things up. Finds the overlapping Nichols on that left side. This one comes across. He's hitting that one down. This one could be dangerously so. And saved at the last moment. I felt that that player could have gone in with the header.
Yes, but it looks like Kelly this time with the opportunity and target, but failing to really make St. Peter's pay for the opportunity. But here's a free kick to H.E. at Spurs, an opportunity for them to trouble St. Peter's from a dead ball situation.
Well, that was their opportunity to get the second goal and, and really messed it up there. Header would have done the trick, just searching forward. Still a 1-0 affair in the Warner Park, and Spurs having 1-0 in their favor. That goal scored a long time ago in the 20th minute of this game from the boot of Tishan Hanley. Picked up a loose ball inside of the goal area and powered it into the back of the net. And Spurs looking for a second goal at this time. Just about some 56 minutes in the game, all told. It's a powerful shot. This one almost going through the legs of Nisbet. Not the approved style of goalkeeping that we have come accustomed to, but effective on this occasion.
Yes, very unorthodox, but effective enough to keep the scoreline at 1-0. But St. Peter's flirting with danger here. They're in trouble of giving up a second goal here to H.E. at Spurs.
Here is Tishan holding on to Philip right there, committing a foul. Still a dead ball situation to St. Peter's. just inside of their own half, right of the center circle. Harris would take it. Kirtland Harris now a diagonal pass. He's looking for some assistance on this side. He was looking for Stevens, not getting there. Here is Kelly speeding up on the right side, trying to save this one. Not getting there on this occasion. It will be Foy with it, takes it right about now. He turns it back. Back to Foy. Harris turns it in, finds Tyrrell. Tyrrell finds Phillip. Harris clears that one up, boots it long down the left side. Here's Crawford, a bit of a push in there by Stephen, wins this one for St. Peter's. Cuts on the inside, goes square. He finds a Nurse. This one breaks, and it's the opportunity they were looking for. St. Peter's, is it?
Offside.
It looks as though it's an offside. Oh my word.
Offside call.
Oh my word. That was Slater.
Fouled in the outside position. I think he made the run and the shot came in. The initial shot came in, and when the ball bounced him, he was already in an outside position. So unfortunate for St. Peter's there.
Very unfortunate. 58 minutes into the game, the score remains 1-0 in favor of the Gone Hot Spurs. Living dangerously there, the defense not really doing the work. Here they come up on the left side. Nichols with it for Spurs, turns it back. Finds Tyrion turns it inside, looking for Archibald. He goes all the way back. He finds Morris. Morris on the left side of the field, chips that one over. The overlapping pass there finds Archibald on that left side, trying to come down, streak inside. It's still Archibald. So Archibald with it, trying to beat another place. Archibald still going through it. Archibald picking up inside the area. He's a one back on there, trying to save the day. Kirtland Harris chipping that one wide.
That was an own goal there, but he managed to get it outside of the correct side of the post from his vantage point, and for a corner to H.E. Garner Spurs. But again, St. Peter's flirting with danger.
Well, Spurs looking for goal number 2 here in the second half. 59 minutes into the game. Can they get it with this corner kick to be taken from the far left side? Right booter. This one swings on the inside, and the goalkeeper coming off his line and using the extension of the arms and plucking that one out of the air. Nisbet with it. Swats it down the center of the field. The ball allowed to drop here. Is intercepted there by Morris. Nichols takes it upfield to the left side. He finds Tishan. Tishan swivels and turns for Gone Hotspurs, trying to push that one through, looking for Lake. Intercepted quite nicely there by Phillips. St. Peter's on the attack, finds the man Nurse. The ball being taken away quite easily. Here they come once more, charge on the goalkeeper, and the ball goes wide of the Western upright. This is going to be an infringement.
It might be a red card.
Coming off his mark, and the attacking player there, it seemed to have been stamp of some sort.
The referee would have to determine.
And it's a red card.
Yes, because he stopped a clear goal scoring opportunity. He was the last St. Peter's player available, and he brought down the attacker for, I think it was Lake, for H.E. Garner Spurs. And so a red card here for Nisbet in goal for for St. Peter's, for stopping a clear goal scoring opportunity.
Devon Nisbet being given the red card, and he's still hanging around there, and he'll have to leave the field of play, leave the square, leave the entire area, and still hanging around there, and having a few exchanges, not wanting to leave. Came off his marker and stuck the boot out, and the soldier will have to leave the field of play.
Yes, his backline left him isolated with Lake, and Lake eventually got behind him and brought him down, and it was a clear goal scoring opportunity, in the opinion of the referee, and gave Nisbet his marching orders.
Well, someone else from on the field will have to be the goalkeeper now.
Well, yeah, they'll have to make a substitution where I'm bring on a goalkeeper and sacrifice someone. Yes, yes. It's the first red card of the season.
Yes, yes. Issued by Rouse.
In the final game of the first week.
Seeing our first red card. And so St. Peter's will have to play with 10 for the remainder of this game. We are some 62 minutes into the game, and they were really under some pressure there by the Ghana Hotspurs. Should have scored one or two of those chances, and now they are down to 10 men. Some teams are able to play much better with 10
yes,
than 11.
Yes, some teams are able to utilize the extra space, but eventually over time it becomes really tiring. Sorry, it becomes tiring having to run around with a man shot. So it's really interesting to see how they adjust to deal with this card.
I'm very much surprised. I thought that the ball was intercepted inside of the penalty area, but it was pulled back. Yes. It appeared from this distance to be just inside the 18-yard box, but the referee was some distance back. Maybe the assistant official on the right side had it covered as well.
Yes. And it looks like Slater, who was a substitute himself in the first half, it looks like he's been substituted for. It looks like Slater has been substituted for Morton, Taylor for Tyreek Morton. So Morton is gone and into the goal for Slater. Usain Slater, who was himself a substitute earlier in the game.
So the substitute been substituted?
Yes, yes.
Well, it's 1-0 in favor of the Ghana Hotspurs. They have a spot kick from just outside the area directly in front. Can they make this one good? It was an opportunity for the Ghana Hotspurs to get their second goal, and the goalkeeper came off and made the infringement just about a few inches outside of the area, according to referee Rouse. And now they have a dead ball situation. A sudden goal into the back of the net. 10 Spurs have scored. A right boot from Padgel Kelly that deflected from a defender and bubbled into the back of the net onto the right side. Spurs have scored the second goal.
Yes, I suppose making them pay for in more ways than one. So because not only would they have to play the remainder of the game with 10 men, they now need 2 goals just to draw it. So Dajal Kelly with a brilliant free kick, something we've seen him done over the years, scoring those free kicks from just outside the area, and he does it again this evening to double Spurs lead and give them a cushion for the remaining 25 minutes or so of this game.
Well, this should open it up for the St. Peter's team, because they're going to have 2 goals now to pull back in the remaining 35 minutes or thereabouts. Here is Nurse trying to control, loses out. The ball being picked up there by Lake in the center circle. He goes all the way wide. He finds Crawford. Crawford turns it inside. They are trying to make this St. Peter's team work. Here's Tyrrell. Tyrrell swiveling and turning. He's looking for the number 73 in Stephen coming down on the left side. Turns it back. He finds Tyrrell. Tyrrell turns it inside. Finds the man in Philip. Philip is cleared. As far as Harris, the center circle, goes to the left side. He finds Foy. Foy turns it inside, goes back. He finds Philip. Philip goes wide. He finds Foy on that left side, turns it inside, intercepted against by the Ghana Hotspurs. And it's going to be a dead ball situation to the Ghana Hotspurs in their own defense. And now we see St. Peter's venturing forward. They have all to play for. They have to actually pull back some 2 goals, and so they're not going to be sitting back with this one. It's already 2 goals to nil. It could be 3, 4, 5. So they're going to.
They would be frustrated with the way they play. They haven't played a bad game, but they found themselves down 2-0. One from a magical strike from Tishan Hanley, and another from a free kick conceded by the goalkeeper Nisbet and buried by Dajal Kelly. So Spurs have been clinical with the opportunities, while St. Peter's have not.
Well, still some time for St. Peter's to get themselves organized in this particular game. 2-0 in favor of the Hobson Enterprises Golden Hotspurs. And they would have scored in the 65th minute of this game, as well as the 20th minute from the boot of Tishan Hanley in the 20th minute, and Tajal with the free kick outside of the penalty area in the 65th minute, making no mistake, putting that one into the back of the net. A slight deflection from the defenders, but still the ball having enough on it to go into the back of the net on the right side of the goalkeeper. The new goalkeeper, in fact.
Yes. Yeah, as soon as he came in, Morton, as soon as he came in, he had the job of having to try and stop that free kick, but he wasn't in the same miracle.
Well, here's a throw into St. Peter's, very deep in their own half. It will be Foy to take it for St. Peter's on the left side. He'll be looking for Stevens. He does so right about now. Stephen deep in his own defense. Guess who finds Tyrrell? Tyrrell slipping in the process. This one, a tackle coming in. And it seems as though it is Crawford. This game is getting a bit physical, very physical there. And the referee issuing a yellow card to Tyrrell.
Yep.
So another card in this game. Tyrrell will have to take it very easy.
Yes, a yellow card for Tyrrell and the infringement to Crawford. He stepped, and Crawford looks like his leg, just the calf area, the calf Achilles area, and he had a screaming about on the ground, but he had to be careful with his play for the rest of the game.
Very cautious indeed. If he's going to remain out there, he has to be very extremely careful.
Can't afford to lose another player. Yes.
They're already down by 10 men, and that infringement by Devon Naismith. Know him to be a soldier, but he's from the St. Peter's area.
Yes.
Playing for St. Peter's, and will be Golden Hotspurs to take the dead ball situation. And the referee having a little challenge here from the players from St. Peter's to step away from the ball. Finally succeeding. And Hanley Tiran goes square. Nichols with it, turns it back. He finds Morris. Morris comes in, chips that one forward. The ball being headed on. Spurs trying to go up that left side, no?
And Tyrrell again was involved in a late challenge here, and Morris, so he had to be careful, very careful.
Very careful. Dead ball situation to St. Peter's, just inside their own defensive half on the right side of the field. David would take it. He does so right about now. A long ball into the area, and Tuckett comes off his mark and has it under control, rolls it to the right side. He finds Crawford with it. Goes further wide, finds Tajal, beats one player, cuts on the inside quite easily, turns it back, looking for Kaya KB, finds Nichols on the far side. Spurs playing around a bit with it in their own defense. We'll have to be very, very careful. Finds the man Jeffers goes to the right side. Here comes Crawford up on that right side for the Golden Hotspurs, turns it inside, the ball given away, but picked away there by Tyran looking for some movement on the top. Is Tyran holding it up? Now he goes wide on the far side, finds his brother Tishan finds the overlapping Nichols on that left side. He tries to get that one across on the top of the box, the ball being cleared not too far. Picked up there by KB. This one is a shot on goal from Tajal from outside. Going wide of the eastern upright this time around.
Yes, Spurs again with another spell of possession and leading to another opportunity. Although it went wide, although the shot wasn't necessarily threatening, this is something St. Peter's would have to want to cut out the long spell of possession for Garnet Spurs.
Here is St. Peter's trying to clear, not getting that one very far. The player breaks here on the far side. It looks as though Simmons going into contention. Tries a shot on goal. Is it in the back of the net? Goal to Simmons. I thought the goalkeeper had that one narrowed, but Simmons hammered it and it came off the upright into the back of the net. St. Peter's with 10 men has scored their first goal in this year's tournament.
Yes, Simmons breaking from the right hand side, found by Aiden Nurse, tearing down the right hand side. I thought the angle was a bit too tight for the shot, but he had no one in the middle, he had no choice, and he took the shot. Tuckett got a hand to it, but it wasn't enough to keep it out. So a lifeline here for St. Peter's, with some 18 minutes or so to go. They have a lifeline to chase. They have an opportunity to chase a one goal disadvantage here. One man disadvantage, sorry.
Well, they have been known as the comeback team, and when Spurs was playing around with that one, here came St. Peter's, a quick counter attack there by Simmons, and he was able to put that one into the back of the net. So Spurs will have to be a little more careful now. Tiran with that one, boots that one long down on the right side, looking for some movement. Not getting in there. Goes across the western touchline. It will be a throw-in. It looks as though we have had a substitution. Dajjal has left.
Yes, Dajjal has left, replaced by Rakil Allen.
So Rakil Allen is out there. Here is the number 7 in Archibald, speeding on to that one, looking for Tishan on that far side, trying to hold that one up. And the ball goes across the goal line. It's going to be a corner kick to the Gordon Hotspurs to be taken from the far side. And St. Peter's will have to be extremely careful. 74 minutes into the game, it's 2-1 in favor of the Gordon Hotspurs. St. Peter's been able to come back with just about 10 men. Got the opening and the fast break. You had Simmons, Kareem Simmons, who rushed onto it, got into the penalty area. The goalkeeper in Tuckett tried to narrow the goal, but did not do a very good job of it, and it was into the back of the net for St. Peter's.
And as I said, Spurs would have to be wary. Be wary of a comeback for St. Peter's, especially given the last time these two teams met. It took Spurs all of 5 minutes to dramatically collapse and give up 2 goals very late on.
Well, let us see if tonight is the same night or a different night for the Gordon Hotspurs. Here they are. Allen trying to get that one upfield, not been successful on this occasion. Ball being picked up there by KB. KB loses out there, very anxious there. Finds the man, turn inside, Nurse. This one goes wide, looking for some movement on the far outside. Here's a shot on goal, and the goalkeeper again. This time bringing off a spectacular save there, Tuckett. Parrying it around the eastern upright. It will be a corner kick to St. Peter's, but a good strike from outside.
Yes, Stevens this time taking the shot from just outside the 18-yard area from the right-hand side of the box, but what Tuckett being firm with the stop this time, with his hands this time.
Here's Stevens trying to attract this one down. The ball goes all the way back to Foy. Foy is looking for some support, finds it right, but then gives it away in the process. Picks up there by Archibald. Here's the counter attack by the Gordon Hotspurs up on the left side, trying to go forward. It's still the Gordon Hotspurs, a bit of a holding. The ball breaks on that far side, and it looks as though it's going to be another dead ball situation to the Gordon Hotspurs outside of the area. St. Peter's will have to be extremely careful. 76 minutes into this game, some 14 minutes officially remaining by our time clock. Probably 2 minutes of extra time as well.
Probably a few more, probably 3 to 4, yeah.
2-1 in favor of the Hobson Enterprises Gordon Hotspurs. And St. Peter's coming back, spirited comeback. They have all to play for here. Still a lot of time remaining, 13 minutes remaining in tonight's game. Can Gordon Hotspurs get another? and probably seal the deal. But nothing is really sealed with St. Peter's when it comes to going on Spurs.
Yes.
They have proven that in the playoffs, the
Well,
final
they
six.
definitely need an insurance policy.
This one comes across and onto the head of the attacking player in Archibald. And Archibald not getting that one on target, a bit off balance and trying
He
to...
was going up
Yes.
while heading the ball, so he never stood a chance of directing it on target. But as we've been saying, Spurs, we would want the insurance policy to thwart any threats of a comeback from St. Peter's.
This one headed on now finds Tyrrell. Tyrrell is trying to control on the far side. The ball being taken away by Allen. Chest down there by Philip. Philip turns it inside. He finds Nurse. A bit of a push in there. Picked up by the Gordon Hart Spurs. Here comes Kirtland Harris. Trying to shield that one. An infringement called against the Gordon Hart Spurs there on Lake. Gordon Hart Spurs playing a very tight defense. Looking for the offside. They'll have to be extremely careful. St. Peter's have some speedy little players there. This one headed on, flicked on there, Crawford with it and boots it across the western touchline. Very deep in his own defensive half. St. Peter's inspired by that comeback goal. Looking for the equalizer now. Very deep in the defensive half of the Gordon Hart Spurs. Number 17 in Foy, the left defender. He will come up and take that one. Deonis Stevens and Simmons inside of the area. This one headed on. Spurs trying to clear, not getting it on target. Allowed to go across the western touchline once more. Foy again, once again for St. Peter's. Tries again, gets it inside the ball. Cut out this time. Here's Spurs trying to go forward, downfield. Finds the man Lake. Lake with it, trying to get behind the defense. The ball being tackled across the western touchline by Kirtland Harris. Good defensive work being put in there by St. Peter's, allowing his teammates to come back in defense in the process.
Yeah, and what is certain for St. Peter's is that while they throw bodies forward, trying to get the equalizing goal, they always at threat of a counter attack, and especially being down a man, so they'll have to look at that. But HE Ghana, I suppose they would want to take advantage of the extra man. Instead of having 11 behind the ball, they would like to have one forward while St. Peter's throws bodies forward.
Well, here is Gordon Hart Spurs trying to build on the right side, looking to get another insurance goal down on the right side, and well defended by St. Peter's and fortified by this St. Peter's team. You have Simmons, the goalkeeper, tuck it miles off his goal line. This one, you have to be very careful. This one, touch back to Nichols. On the left side, Nichols almost giving that one away. He just shot on goal. The goalkeeper comes across. And
a very comfortable shot, but he was on target.
Yeah,
but Morton in goal for St. Peter's had it covered all the way.
Here St. Peter's trying to build. The ball is with Tyrrell. Tyrrell finds Nurse. Nurse pushes through, trying to get that one on target. Ball now picked up by Spurs. Spurs trying to push on forward. Ball comes across onto the head of Foy. Foy finds Harris. Harris is very quickly trying to get that one away. An infringement called against the Lake of the Gordon Hart Spurs. 80 minutes now, the dangerous period here where St. Peter's like to come back.
Yes, on this kind of time, Spurs had that epic collapse during the Super 6 playoffs. They wouldn't want to repeat it. They would want to get the icing on the cake. They would want to get the insurance policy to ensure that they walk away with this 3 points. 3 points that could be really important based on where these two teams finished last season. St. Peter's were 5th, Spurs were 6th. So if Spurs could get these 3 points, it would be a big step for them in the race for the Super 6s.
Crawford swinging that one upfield, gets it on target. Allen picks it up, tries to boot that one downfield, finds Lake. Lake swivels and turns, gets away from the defenders. It's still Lake trying to cut between some two defenders, trying to do it all alone there. And the ball being picked away by Philip, picked up there by Tyrrell. Tyrrell chips that one over. Look at the overlapping player in Stephen on the left side, having acres of space. He's trying to cut on the inside. This could be very dangerous, pulling that one back on the top of the box, find the player free on that far side. He's trying to swivel and turn, looking for some support, and makes a bad pass. Now Spurs trying to counter-attack. Gets this one on the left side. Finds the man Nichols. Nichols with it, touches it back. Looking for some support there on the left side. Coming forward. Here's the going forward. The ball intercepted there by Gordon. And that one going across the eastern touchline. Looking good for the Gone Hotspurs on that far side. Again, they try. And that one blocked across the goal line. It's going to be a corner kick to the Gone Hotspurs.
Yes, St. Peter's gifting the ball back to Gone Hotspurs after picking it up, after working hard to pick it up. They're gifting it back for a throw-in. And now we'll have a corner to defend as a result of their carelessness in possession.
Well, Spurs in no hurry to get that corner kick there, leading to St.
They could take 7 minutes to take it there.
83 minutes into this game, a dangerous period for the Gone Hotspurs, and they can recall what happened in the Final Six playoff. With this said team, St. Peter's coming back in the 85th minute and putting it away. Here is Spurs. Shot on goal, that one been blocked. Up there by Morris. Morris turns it inside, looking for some movement. Again, picked up by St. Peter's. Simmons with it for St. Peter's, trying to come down at the right side, holding it up a bit, turns it inside, finds Nurse. Nurse goes to the left side, finding a bit of space here. Stephen aims to take a kick and takes it a bit later. And it looks as though it's going to be, in fact, a corner kick, or it's going to be a substitution.
Yeah, a corner kick, but a bit selfish there for Stevens. He had Simmons and Tyrrell sprinting into the box. He should have dragged back the ball and tried to find one of them, but Simmons looks to be limp enough and is going to be replaced by the number 18. Number 18, we don't have a number 18 on the sheet, but Simmons is being replaced, while Purcell also joins the fray for St. Peter's.
St. Peter's ringing the changes, trying to get a fresh pair of legs out there, probably to get past the defense of the Gone Hotspurs. Crawford on this far side tries to push that one forward anxiously. 85th minute of this particular game. The ball turned in, intercepted there by Archibald. Goes square, he finds Tyrann. Tyrann handy with it now, trying to take on the midfield is Tyrann. He goes wide, he finds Allen. Allen with it, pushes that one through, looking for some movement, and caught in an offside position. That one was just an inch ahead of the play. Danger here for St. Peter's. It's going to be a dead ball situation to St. Peter's, just inside of their own penalty area. The score still remains 2-1 in favor of the Gone Hotspurs. Crawford trying to keep that one in play, does so. Here is Stephen pushing that one forward, looking for Nurse. Nurse looking for some support, looking to turn. Beats the man on the left side, turns it inside, finds Stephen. Stephen has it on the control. Spurs with it now, trying to push on forward. That one goes outside. It's going to be a throw-in to
St. Peter's.
St. Peter's, halfway in the defensive half of Spurs on the left side. Foy, he takes it, he looks for Simmons. It's going to be an infringement going the way of St. Peter's outside of the penalty area on the right side now. This could be rather dangerous.
Yes, it can be. And looking at the time, we kept happening.
This is Cinderella time.
Yes, yes. And St. Peter's with the physical advantage, the height advantage. It's a good opportunity for them to put the ball in the box and get the taller players to run onto this dead ball.
Well, an opportunity for St. Peter's. 86 minutes. And it's almost like the Cinderella time. This is when it all happens. And We have standing over that one. We have Dionys Stevens on the left side. He'll take it with the left boot and probably dip it inside of the penalty area. He does so right about now. This one comes flat and Spurs having to defend. Good defensive work there and boots it along. Here is Tishan trying to speed between some two players, and the goalkeeper lashes onto that one. He's very high. Diagonal ball here being played wide. Find Dionys. He tried to keep it in play. Finds Tyrrell swivel and turn, looking for some support, turns it back. He finds his man in David with it. Here in defense, turns it inside, finds Tyrrell, goes back. Finds David chips that one forward, looking for the overlapping Foy. Here is Spurs now having to clear Valmon. Some old legs there, not really getting it on target as he would have liked. Here's Spurs a bit of a palm in the back of the Spurs having to clear. This one going back and forward. Here's Dionys. He's going to go left. Certain of that. This one comes across and Spurs having to clear that one. Picked up there by Foy. Still an attack. And off the marker comes the man in pocket and rolls over in the process.
Yes, good play there by Dionys initially and then Foy for St. Peter's, but they cross, can't find a blue shirt in the 18-yard box of Garden at Spurs. But Spurs this time, they're showing a lot more mettle than they did the last time these two teams met. And go ahead.
What an awful play there by the Ghana Hotspurs, and Lake should have done much better with that one, having the opportunity and allowing that one to go begging. But here comes St. Peter's. St. Peter's trying to do something with this one. One touch pass there, find the player running wide. Is Tyrrell with it now, trying to get that one on the attack, finds the man Nurse with it playing around for St. Peter's. It's already 89 minutes. This is the time when it all happens. That one poked through into the penalty area. Tuckett coming off his line and trying to, and line and scooping that one off. Well, what a game this has been for the Ghana Hotspurs. Memories of the final six.
Yes, and I was saying initially before the chance that Lake had that if Spurs had held on in that game, they probably would have made the finals ahead of SLS St. Paul's, who eventually became champions. So they showed a lot more mettle tonight in order to hold on to this lead, but St. Peter's keep threatening.
Here is still in Hanley. 3 minutes of extra time remaining. Here's the man collapsing. Well, Allen inside the area takes the right boot, hammers it high over the crossbar. The Spurs very excited, not wanting to dribble this time, and hammering it after 90 minutes, going high over the crossbar.
Yes, a good build-up play for Spurs again, but Allen shot. You need an immigration farm in order to recover that ball.
Well, this could be an opportunity. Oh, my word, for St. Peter's to put that one away. It looked as though it was Nurse who got in. Well, it had to have been Nurse or Simmons who again sneaked into the area. He had already scored and should have put that one away. It landed right there. The cross came in flat and hard, and all he had to do was to caress it into the back of the net, and that one eluded everything. What a miss by St. Peter's.
Almost deja vu there for Garden at Spurs, but they live to fight another day. St. Peter's being cynical with that opportunity and not making HE Garden at Spurs play.
Here is Tuckett with the goal kick downfield. This one headed on, probably just about 1 minute remaining. This one chipped over, looking for Vaughan, a bit of a holding there. Dead ball situation to St. Peter's outside of the penalty area, to be taken very quickly by Kirtland Harris. He goes wide. Probably just 1 minute or so remaining. This one comes over the goalkeeper way off his marker. He's going to stay down line on this one.
For as long as possible.
Yes.
The Manoras move, you
The
know.
Manoras move.
Catch it and hold it and lay down.
Made famous by the goalkeeper from Newtown, Manoras, Byron. And it's going to be a throw into St. Peter's now. They are probably having their last-ditch effort here. St. Peter's coming around, turns it to the right side, looking for some assistance from the far side. Spurs. Well, this one comes across again, and where is the goalkeeper coming off his mark? And another tumbling save. No real problems, but he's tumbling over and knows that we probably have seconds in the game now. Yes. And it could be a win for Gun Hotspurs in the first game of the season. This one kept him clean. St. Peter's with it, a long ball again. Down the left side of the field, Crawford coming back. And it looks as though a bit of a holding there. Here's Allen with it. Boots it wide, looking for Lake. Lake is trying to get behind the defense. He's speeding down on the attack. He takes a shot on goal, and that one goes wide. Probably getting his fingertips to that one. It was the St. Peter's goalkeeper, Morton. And it's going to be a goal kick, but where has the time gone?
Yes.
It seemed to me we already had 3 minutes.
It should be very, very
wondering
close.
What is going on here.
So the final whistle.
And
it should be close. It shouldn't be that far.
It can't be that far away.
Probably after we start.
We will get the whistle going. And Spurs anxiously awaiting the final whistle here, believing that they probably have this one covered. And ball given back, and the referee again just taking another glance at his watch. Still no call. Spurs controlling things. This one booted across the field, picked up there by Spurs. Spurs with it, trying to push on forward. Offside. Again, referee finally putting the... No? Is it the final whistle? No?
It's outside. Outside whistle.
I don't know. What is happening here? Oh, finally, we have had the final whistle by referee Rose, Nicholas Rose, out there in the middle. Gordon Hotspurs has won this encounter 2-1 in their favor. And I'll leave it to LeSean to give you the wrap-up of what we saw here in the entire game this evening.
Yeah, well, we saw H.E. Garden at Spurs taking the lead initially through a goal from Tishan Hanley, the returning Tishan Hanley. That lead was doubled by Dajal Kelly from a free kick. The free kick was a result of a foul just outside the area by Devani Nesbitt of St. Peter's, who was given his marching orders by referee Rose, and Spurs were up 2-0 quite comfortably, and then Simmons got one back for Spurs, and Nurse should have put the game level, but in the end Spurs held on for a 2-1 victory and exert the revenge on St. Peter's from the Super 6 game.
So there you had it, ladies and gentlemen, the conclusion of the second game for tonight. Ghana Hotspurs winning the encounter by some 2-1 in their favor. It's a good game to win at this time, their first game, and this should propel them on into the season. You know, getting over the psychological disadvantage they may have had with St. Peter's defeating them in the final 5 minutes of the final 6 last time around. Now they had the better of St. Peter's this evening. St. Peter's was not looking too bad. They lost their goalkeeper in the second half, and perhaps they didn't have enough time. They now ran out of time to come back, and so Spurs will be feeling very happy with the results. From Warner Park, I'm Sylvester Charles. With me, I go back to master control and take a break and come back for the post-match.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigger business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETStrictlysports.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers. And advertising is free right now. You heard me right. Free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
Site now offers you more news. Log on to www.sknnewsline.com for local, regional, and international news. You can also watch the latest newscast and keep abreast with news in sports, all from sknnewsline.com. That's www.sknnewsline.com. News at your fingertips.
For 2021, Smart Electronics is giving you the best deals you can ever imagine. From January 1st until April 30th, you will get the best deals in the entire federation. Plus, that's not all. Get extra special deals on Valentine's Day on all items store-wide, such as cell phones, 85 inches smart TVs, laptops, washing machines, refrigerators, AC units, small appliances, and much more. Visit us. We're located at Port Zante, opposite the food court, or call us at 466-4271. This promotion is valid until April 30th. Terms and conditions apply.
Caravana on Liverpool Row is your anything you want store in St. Kitts. They have a wide variety of just about everything. Ladies and men's clothing, shoes, children's clothing, toys, housewares of all kinds, small appliances like clothes heaters, microwaves, electric kettles, and more. Cosmetics, perfumes, cosmetic jewelry, and much, much more. Their prices are unbeatable, and customer service is second to none. Shop at Caravana on Liverpool Row Bastair. Call 465-1745. At Caravana, find value supplies at great prices.
It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go.
Welcome back to Warner Park for the post-game show. HE Garden Spurs 2, St. Peter's FC 1. What's this time around? St. Peter's not being able to mount the comeback, although they had opportunities very late on.
Yes, and Sean, it wasn't the roller coaster that we had in the last time. This time, Garden Spurs were able to have a 2-0 lead, and then St. Peter's was able to pull one back after they went down to 10 men. They had their goalkeeper red carded, so they were playing with 10 men for a while. But soon after they were red carded, Garden Spurs were able to double their lead because there was a free kick which originated from that red card, and Tajel Kelly stepped up and was able to beat the goalkeeper, the second string goalkeeper. So they went ahead with 2 goals to 0. But St. Peter's played very well with 10 men for a long time. They played very attacking football. They were able to get some very good chances, very close chances they missed. and they were able to pull one back, but was unable to make a complete comeback and get him salvage a point from the game. But entertaining stuff between these two teams, as we expected. Entertaining with St. Peter's. We have seen in the last season about 3 games, St. Peter's played with 10 men and played well. And tonight they did the same thing, played well with 10 men. But entertaining game in the end.
Yes, and for Spurs, they'll be pleased with this victory. They had to work hard at times, but they got the new striker, Tishan Hanley. They got him on the score sheet, and then another striker, Dajal Kelly, he also got on the score sheet. Do you think they'll be pleased with their performance this evening?
They're very much pleased. I guess they'll have to look at the defense, because St. Peter's with 10 men were able to give them a good run and they were able to get some good chances. So they'll have to take another look at their defense and see where the weak points are and see where the weaknesses were tonight. But the offense, I said, was good with Tishan Hanley coming back for the first time playing local football for maybe close to 10 years. I remember he was overseas. He played professional football in the United States and came back and for the first time playing. Although he came back to play for the national team a few times, he had never really played club football. So he's back playing club football and looking good. He didn't complete the game. He was substituted, but he scored in his first game. So welcome back, Tishan. And with his brother alongside him, they look very well.
Yes, and you briefly mentioned the red card earlier. And what were the thoughts on that decision? Do you think the goalkeeper was stopping a clear goal scoring opportunity there?
Of course, it was a clear opportunity there for the St. Peter's to score. The goalkeeper came out trying to avert the danger. Unfortunately, he mistimed his tackle and was able to give up a free kick, and also he was red carded. So yes, I think the referee would have had that one right at this point. Yes.
And so, there was an earlier game as well that you commentated on. Bath United versus Newtown United. Again, just give us your thoughts on that before.
Yes, Bath for the first game, and we have had 3 nights of football. In the first night we had 8 goals. The second night we had 2 goals, because the game between Keon and Village ended in 0-0, and then you have defending champion coming up against Detbe Eagles, the newly promoted Detbe Eagles, which they defeated them 2 goals to 0. The 2 goals being scored in the last 10 minutes, because the first one was scored in 10 minutes. So the last 10 minutes, Detbe conceded. And same thing tonight. The newly promoted Bath Village acquitted themselves very well. They conceded, I think it was in the 35th minute, but they must be satisfied with the scoreline, a respectable scoreline. We expect them to go down against Newtown, but they played very well, and at one point were challenging Newtown in the last 10 minutes or so. They were looking for the equalizer and played very good football. So the 2 newly promoted teams, they look promising, and if they continue to play that way, play within themselves. Don't try to compete too much with the bigger teams, but try to stay in the game long enough and just see if you can get the point of the game. Manage your expectations and manage your game instead of coming out and trying to prove that you're big. Just manage your game, and well, I'm happy to see that they played very well, and they ended with a very respectable scoreline in the end. But overall, we had a very good weekend of football. The first weekend of a new season, I must say, was a very entertaining stuff. We had 8 in the first, 2 in the second, that's 10 goals, and we had 4 tonight, so we had 14 goals over the weekend. So we have entertaining stuff, yes.
Yes, and this is on watch and a roundup of this weekend, but don't forget, we'll be back here on Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. for the start of the second round of matches. And from Friday, don't forget also that the virtual streams will be pay-per-view. So with that said, I'm Lashan Dixon, this is Assistant Watts, and on behalf of Al Edwards and Sylvester Charles and Andrew Huey and the rest of the production team, we say goodbye until the next match on Wednesday evening at 6 p.m.